What's up, peeps? I'm excited to have with me here Anne Burkett. She is a national practice leader of HR technology with USI. And today we're going to run through 5 questions with Frank. So, Anne, I just want to give you a second just to give you our audience a little overview about who you are, what you do, a day in the life of you.
A day in the life of me. So I'm as you said, I'm national practice leader for HR technology at USI. Have been with USI now 3.5 years and grew up in HR. I've been consulting for 12 years and absolutely love it. So, God, day in the life, there are no 2 days that are alike. We spend a lot of our time speaking with vendor partners like yourself and your folks, and as well as clients, producers, account managers, all trying to help them ultimately help the client find the right solution, maybe solve a problem with their current solution, and that takes up a lot of our time. That's all of our time.
Yeah, I bet. So knowing that I've worked with you for a while now, and I definitely understand the day in the life, but how did you get started in this industry?
Oh gosh. So, I mentioned I grew up in HR. So the first, we'll say, half of my career was in human resources on the corporate side, and I fell in love with comp and benefits. And so it was just a very natural pull to focus around that piece of the HR world. And the last corporate HR position I had, we were bought or sold, whichever way you want to look at it. And our team, for the most part, was laid off. And the broker that I had been working with for years was bringing benefits administration in-house for their clients. And so they wanted somebody to help with that business. And that's when I made the switch to the broker side. So it's been 12 years ago now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So the whole premise of this and the 5 questions with Frank is to educate folks who are not part of our industry, but may be thinking about dabbling in the insurance industry. So what advice would you give to someone that might be thinking about a career or the switch over to insurance?
So it's interesting that you asked this question, because a few weeks ago I was able to meet with about 20 interns at USI for a couple of hours, and we spent some time obviously talking about what our team does and that component of the broker side, but that exact question. So it's my advice to them was, this is a really dynamic part of what our world has, right? It's employee benefits, but you've got to satisfy the employer and all of their goals. And so there's a lot of moving pieces. And the technology component is just one piece of it. I think a very important piece, but that's my personal opinion. So for somebody that's thinking about this, I think if you are more service-oriented, more client-oriented, and that you want to do what's best for the client, you are going to be incredibly successful. And the other thing that I told, of course, these were interns that were just fresh out or coming out of college, and I told them to be patient, because you can't step out of college or step into a new career at the exact place that you want to be. You got to take those baby steps, and those can be really frustrating. But don't let the bad days or the frustrating days get you down. Just stay with it. It is so much fun, and it is so incredible to be a part of a client's journey in improving not only their corporate lives or corporate culture, but their employees' lives. So it's really fun.
Awesome. Great. So what is one thing that you love about the industry?
Oh, it should be obvious, right? It's the people, it's the clients. I love helping clients. I'm an advisor by nature, I've learned. And so working with our vendor partners and helping them to get better, obviously helping our clients and helping them to get better. And then internally, kind of coaching and whatnot with our teams and helping them to get better and ultimately service the client. That's what jazzes me.
Awesome. And then on the flip side to that, what is one thing that you don't necessarily like about the industry?
I hate all the paperwork. No, I'm not a fan of folks that are more after themselves than what's best for the client. That really, really frustrates me. I think especially with producers, because, and I get it, their paycheck is dependent on that client and bringing in another new client and another after that. But what I have found in my 12 years of being on this side of the house, and obviously we'll just say 12 years before that on the HR side, is if you put the client first, the money will follow. And so when, that's probably my biggest pet peeve within our market.
Awesome. All right, so as a wrap up of the show, what I like to do is give you and the audience a chance to see behind the curtain, maybe, behind Anne's eyes, and pontificate a little bit and tell us where you think the industry will be in 5 years.
5 years. 5 years. 5 years. We are going to have a lot more API, real-time integrations. We are going to have choices, better choices for clients to be able to pick this solution over here and that solution over there, and it's all going to work together and talk to each other. We're hearing it from vendors that that's where they want to go. Now, hopefully in 5 years, we'll be there as a standard. But I think just tighter integrations, real-time data, a lot more, obviously, mobile, a lot more AI. It's the next 5 years are going to be super exciting. I'm really looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, everyone, I hope that you got some great knowledge out of Anne. She can definitely add value to this industry, and she has, so it's been great to know her. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any specific questions, drop them in the comments. We'd love to hear feedback. And Anne, thanks so much for being on. I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Thank you.